Hey everybody, Weasel here. This is one of those videos where I'll talk really quick. We'll check something out. This is the PowerA trap storage case. Now, if you recall from the original trailer for Trap Team, the kids are in their uncle's room and they stumble upon this wooden case. People have said, I mentioned it several times at E3, people would buy the wooden case if you'll sell it. This has just surfaced. I found it today for the first time. As you note, it's $19.99. It is a Toys R Us exclusive. I know that's a little grainy. Um, the thing is, it's you see that red box, email me when available. So this is probably something that's going to launch alongside the game. Don't hold me to that. However, this is a better look at it. Sadly, this is the only angle we see. This is just a bigger picture of what we saw in the ad listing itself. Now, I say sadly because we don't get to see the top of the box, see if there's like any art decoration. We don't know how close this is to final. It's no product description to tell us if it's wood or plastic or what. I would assume it would have to be plastic, finished out to look like what we saw. But looks like what they did on the top side with that ornate trimming that you see on the latch that's going to fold over. I'm inclined to believe it's probably either magnetic or Velcro. Don't hold me to that. Obviously, I've never held the thing. I don't know. But that's just my thought. It looks like a thin material, and given that it looks like that lid would flush down all the way across the upright, if you will, that's what I'm kind of inclined to believe. Maybe like uh, magnets in place. Again, I don't know. The main thing is it looks pretty cool. And then more importantly, from the functional aspect, is a simple fact it will hold your traps. And that's going to be something. If you don't do something like this, your other alternative, I think the tablet starter pack is the only one that's going to come with the cardboard box stand you can kind of punch out. That is functional, however, they would be exposed, I guess, unless they like slide back in the box, but that's still kind of weird. This would be sturdy and kind of more practical, particularly if you can't just leave your traps exposed 24/7 to the entire world. What I'm going to do is actually come into a picture, which you can't see. I was just going to screen cap the whole thing for you, but that wasn't going well, so going to go the old-fashioned route. The image I've got is way better quality than that. If you go to my site, oneofweezem.com, the link at the top of the video description box, you'll see the same image, and I think you'll kind of follow along with what I'm saying here. Now, I want to walk you through what you're actually looking at in the box. The top side, where it kind of looks like it's taped in, I'm assuming that's going to be like adhesively bound, and then that's just a decoration, if you will. It actually has kind of like a key if anyone does small electronics, small bolts, hardware, Plano storage boxes, things of that nature, crafting, even uses similar plastic totes and everything. The lid corresponds with what's in the case. When the lid is open, you look at the top like 1-1 and it would be like, okay, that's this person. Chaos is the bottom corner, and so on and so forth, and you can kind of count 1 2 3 from the left and then 1 2 3 from the top, and you have your villain. Now, what it looks like to me, 1 2 3 4 5 6, the bottom row is hard to see, the Trap Team logos in the middle, but you've got 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44. This thing will hold 46 traps. Now, obviously, with their previous cases, you could have fit a ton of Skylanders in there, but not the entire collection from the series, even if you just go base Skylanders. So, that's not to say there's probably going to be a lot more traps. Obviously, you can buy duplicates, whatever, to have your favorite villains on hand, but looks like the left-hand side's where I'm going to start. We've got 6 tech characters in that column. Then we've got 6 water villains. Then we have 6 life villains. Coming into the middle, we've got 4 undead villain trap slots. Then beside that, we have 4 earth trap slots. Moving over, we have 4 air trap slots, 4 fire trap slots, and then 3 magic trap slots. Now, where anytime I didn't say 6, basically after life and undead, there's 1 trap slot under it with a question. Earth has 1 trap slot under it with a question. Air has 2, fire has 2, magic has 3. Now, that brings the total question marks to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then if you factor in chaos, that's like technically 9 of them. And again, if you go and you save the image from my site and zoom in on your computer, you'll be home free there. But you can kind of make out some of the villains that we've seen and kind of get a feel for it. But interesting to see what they're going to do with those question marks, and if we get maybe like an equal number of villains, or if that's preserved for, like your outlaw brawling chain and, other alt deco villains, if you will, from promotions or things of that nature. There's the legendary traps now that have just come out last night, so all of that is up in the air basically. But that is that. I mean, there's really not a whole lot I can say. It looks like it's a thin material. I want to say plastic, probably finished out to look like the wood. For all I know, it could actually be just a really thin wood. And I don't know. I would think plastic would be the way to go because it would be more durable, withstand the test of time a little better. And that seems to be pretty much everything we've seen from PowerA follows that format. So they kind of go for the quality route over the, hey, let's make this look really cool but not be durable. They kind of know who the end users are. But the main thing is, this looks really cool. At $19.99, it's actually a good deal. I was afraid if anyone produced this, it'd be like some ridiculously priced item like $49.99. I was even thinking $29 was more likely, but $19 at Toys R Us, which it is their exclusive, but at $19, that's really pretty much what you'd expect at like Walmart or Target or a retailer that doesn't add 2s and 3s to the prices on everything. I will actually probably pick one up. I'd like to see it, like feel it in hand, but I'll still probably pick one up just because, one, I think it's going to look cool. I really want to see the top end of the lid. But the main thing is, you can come in and the traps are sculpted, so you can be like, okay, Wolfgang is on the undead with the orb at the top, or the specter, or, the hand, or whatever it may be that you picked out. But then if you've got a buddy at the house, or you take your traps, or someone else in your family plays and they don't know your system, they're going to screw things up and not get the villain they want. This will eliminate that. You will see Wolfgang, I think, is the top row villain. Don't hold me to that, but it looks like it. And you will just be able to come in, pull the trap, put it in the portal, Traptanium portal that is, and there he will be. So pretty cool stuff in my opinion. Like I said, I will get my hands on this as soon as possible. I'm excited to check it out, see how true to form it is compared to what we saw in the trailer. There was a big clamor for that. I made sure at E3 every chance I had to put that bug in the ear of people like, hey, these traps, man, there's nowhere to put them. You're just going to throw them in a shoebox or something. It'd be cool if we had that case like we had in the trailer. So you don't have to make one. I know back at before E3 and after E3, people were in there and they were like trying to get people that were at E3 with a trap to like mic out the bottom end of the trap so they could like go in and punch out plywood or something crazy like that. If you did that, that's great. You can keep it, use it if you want to, but this is probably going to be cooler than what most people came up with. More functional, and it'll close, and it's not a shoebox, and it's not just a piece of wood propped up on popsicle sticks or something. I think I could have made something pretty cool actually, but I'm going to go this route because, like I said, it's labeled, and that's awesome, and you can easily select your villains. This is obviously geared towards people like myself who are going to want to have maybe not every villain already on a trap, but at least your favorites. If you've got like 8 or, I don't know, maybe you like every tech villain, then you're not going to want to switch out each time to a tech trap. You'd like to have them ready to go, ready to play in the game immediately. You can do this, and then if you don't really care for half of the other villains, don't worry about it. If you just have one trap of each element and then your favorites, this works great for that. You can come in, quickly select who you want, get in, get out, get back to the game, which is what it's all about. But like I said, if you go to my site, oneofwisdom.com, I've got the link in the video description. You can see these pictures. You can feel free to save it. Zoom in on if you click the pictures on my site, it'll blow them up. I just have to downsize them to fit in the parameters of the post. But that said, if you save it to your hard drive, then you can come into your photo viewer, zoom in all you want to, and kind of get a feel for it. But I'm pretty excited to check this thing out again. $19.99 Toys R Us exclusive for what it's worth. Will there be a non-Toys R Us exclusive trap case? I don't know. If there is, I don't know the difference. It's something we're going to monitor, kind of keep tabs on. So stay tuned for that. Again, let me know what you think of this thing, whether you plan to pick one up, if you're going to throw them all in the shoebox, if you're not going to have any traps outside of the starter pack, if you plan to buy 3 of these, whatever your plans are, let me know. Let me know what you think of the overall concept. And like I said, I don't know that what I said had anything to do with this getting made. Probably would have happened anyway. But like I said, it's one of those things I picked up on that myself and other people, pretty much the hardcore base of fans, really wanted. I think kids are going to think this is pretty cool too. It'll kind of mirror what you saw in the trailer. So that's it. I'll quit rambling here. Check out the post, enjoy the pictures, and again, let me know what you plan to do with this thing. If you are not, you can follow me on Twitter. You can like me on Facebook. Circle me on Google+. If you have not already, please subscribe as we get closer. We are less than a month away from the launch of Trap Team, so tons of stuff will be coming out, and then of course once the game drops, things are going to get really crazy. But lots of new characters coming out. I'll get a video up on Nitro Crypt King here shortly. But once I wanted to do this one first, I thought it was pretty sweet. So that said, thanks again for watching, and I will catch you back here next time.